It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Detroit Pistons. Looking at the Pistons, the wheels have started to come off for them recently. Clearly a mid-season swoon taking place. We'll see if they can start to shake out of it tonight.
Sideline all game long. For the Detroit Pistons, they coming off a good outing against the Jazz in Utah.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
It's one thing to play inspired defense in that situation, but to get in that kind of offensive rhythm away from home, phenomenal.
Now the starting group for Orlando. You got Ellington. Terrence Ross is out there with money. Then it's Bombo, and it's Isaac with the three.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
He is not scared of anybody. He knows he can play amongst the big boys, and he showed it.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Robinson up top. He's covered by Isaac. Robinson misses. Well, Steve, at the same time that the rest of the NBA seems to be going small, the Pistons are building their fortunes around two traditional big men, Drummond and Blake Griffin. Do you like that direction?
Yeah, I do. Andre Drummond, he has tremendous mobility for his size. And Blake Griffin, he's highly skilled. I think it's about the pieces you put around them, guys that can shoot and guys that can play without the basketball in their hands.
Now here's Jackson. After the miss from Andre Drummond. That shot was off.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't got it. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Hammock. Jackson kicks to Robinson. Pass to Drummond. The fadeaway. It's hauled in by the Magic. Passes to Money. And he gets it to go from the high post. Money's got his third bucket of the night.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now, here's Isaac. Ross on the way. Launches a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ross has got his first 3 points in the game.
They already got into a nice flow. 4 for 5 from the field.
The pass to Griffin. From 11 feet away. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 6.
No, they didn't put enough body on Drummond. He has too much talent for that.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Opens up opportunities for everyone. Makes the offense its most dynamic.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And the basket by Ellington.
Yeah, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Jackson drives in, and he lays it straight in.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
Down low, here's Olynyk. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Oh, Linux got his second basket of the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pistons trail by 8. It's Drummond, high post. Back to Jackson. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. And the Magic with possession. They're on a 16-6 run. To the paint. And Ross with the slam.
Man, hard to believe already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Fantastic effort. Right out of the gate, simply overwhelming their opponent.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. As we reach the halfway point in the season, Steve, how much does a team's depth start to play a part?
It plays a lot. I mean, if you have lack of it, then you start to see the guys that needed some rest or those nagging injuries. You got to play them, especially if you're jockeying for position, looking down the road for playoffs. And then the teams who are, I would say, have all the depth in the world, those coaches have it great. They get a chance to pick and choose. They sit some guys. I know the league doesn't like that. They get a chance to start some other guys. They manage minutes and manage injuries very well when you have a deep team.
Here's money, guarded by Jackson. Isaac. And misses it off the right side of the rim. We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Glenn Casey. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, no surprise he said their focus has to be on defense when you're going up against a team that's so crafty on offense. He said you have to avoid mental lapses because they will take advantage. We'll see if they're on their game tonight, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, guys, how hard a job is it going to be to keep this team's shooting percentage down?
It's going to be very difficult. I mean, they move the ball well. They've got players who can go off if the defense isn't solid through and through.
They must win the turnover battle. Nothing disrupts an opposing offense more than coming up with some steals.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
$18 feet out.
And you can see they're struggling from the field. And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The Magic shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw missing. He doesn't get the second one.
Very surprised he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
Steve, do you think the NBA is heading to a place where ideal lineups will have 5 capable playmakers on the floor, like more of a positionless game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think right now teams are trying to find a guy that's 6'7", 6'8", that defensively can play, guys that are larger, and then on offensive end, somewhat a la Draymond Green, can run point guard for you. So I think right now that's the size and skill set people are looking for.
Really? You just described yourself.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They demonstrated a real tenacity on the glass and made their presence felt. We'll see if they can repeat that kind of play.
Pascarada trying his luck deep. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
And it's blocked.
The main thing you get with Bamba, an opposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
And stolen by Drummond. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump. It is not to be.
Here's Money, drilled from 11 feet out. Money's got 10 points in the game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession. For the Pistons, Andre Robertson, who struck in for Robinson. Ellington comes in for Luke Kennard. And Smith subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Drummond kicks to Smith. Poke loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ellington. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Look at New Orleans. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now for the Magic, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Here's Robertson. He's covered by Isaac. 4 on the shot. Smith wide open. He fired.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start. And the three-pointers just not falling for them early.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. Money. Rebound by the Pistons.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
Shot on the wing. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Number 1, the Magic.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
Detroit making a switch. Pachulia's checked in. Smith in the post. Got a piece of it. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Money. It's rebounded by Robertson. Pistons trail by 15. Three-pointer. And it's Smith missing. Here's Money. Clay Houston, he was nearly unstoppable.
Griffin has great timing. That's the reason why he blocked that shot.
Shot from 12. That one off the back iron and out.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
So many metrics out there right now, Steve. One of the big ones, scoring efficiency. Who comes to mind in that area?
When you look at the percentage, Kevin Durant, the amount of shots he takes, he shoots with a high percentage. Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, I think also Anthony Davis is up there, being able to score at different areas, not just dunking the basketball, being able to score at all 3 levels. Those are some of the guys that shoot a high percentage.
Smith the pass to Ellington. Shoots over a limit. 6 to shoot. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Here's Pachulia. Magic leading by 18. Here's Money. He's got 10. Lets it go from 14. And the shot is long.
He likes to work that in-between area. Upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
And it's Smith missing.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this tight-scope and has been all quarter.
It's tipped. Here's Money. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the night.
It's interesting. So many big, bruising centers in the league who can't shoot free throws, but Pachulia's actually pretty good at it.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pistons trail by 19. Smith kicks to Robertson. And now Isaac running the floor all by himself. The offensive rebound. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got 9 points.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
One-on-one here. And then jam down as it goes right over Blake Griffin.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Ellington kicks to Griffin. Back to Ellington. Smith for 3. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots. And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
And it's nice to see Bamba finding his groove. When he's in sync, he feels like he can make any shot.
Now, here is Smith. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And now Orlando on the break. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy going.
And again, Orlando running the court in transition. That one goes in. He's got 16.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. The shot's good from Ellington.
And defensively, you got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have been a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Moving it up. Here's Smith. And that one goes. First for him tonight, 1 for 8.
But that's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
Bamba kicks to Ross. Shoots the 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
I love when a team comes out and establishes a three-point shot. Opens up the drive for later on.
And so it's Orlando in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Back right after this. Second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Take care of the basketball, being disruptive on D. That combination has them out in front.
Orlando's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. So on the floor for Orlando. Isaac out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Terrence Ross. And there's Money. And it's Bamba in at the 5, down low.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The new head coach of Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
And how about the ground Isaac can cover? I mean, between his height and wingspan, alley-oops are becoming just a way of life.
Smith feeling it out a bit. Kicks it to Robertson. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded by Ross. Ellington finds Smith. 5 to shoot. Lobs it up. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Well, Orlando shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Oh, and there's the alley-oop, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
Tipped away. Isaac with the steal. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Friday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat. Then on Saturday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town. The Pistons shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look here for Detroit. Andre Drummond's checked in for Griffin. Luke Kennard comes in for Wayne Ellington. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Ish Smith. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. It's stolen. And now Orlando on the break. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Here's Jackson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic. It is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Kennard kicks to Pachulia. Pass to Jackson. They can use a bucket. It's hauled in by the Magic. Olynyk's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
And if they could have used that trying to cut into this league, he's been off all night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a free.
Passes it to Pachulia. Here's Robertson. He's covered by Isaac. Poked away. Isaac with the steal. And now Orlando on the break. Isaac with the ball. Money passes to Olynyk. Here's Ross. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Ross has got 10 points in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Jackson misses.
The momentum right now is against them. They just have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
You know, easier said than done. What they need to do is string together some positive plays, try to turn the tide.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. To the inside, Pachulia. It's tipped. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Here's Money. Again, the Magic score.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pistons. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Here's Drummond. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a direct run by the Magic.
Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Robertson. Steve, you know you're not going to become an official anytime soon, but is there a rule you would change in the NBA right now if you could?
Yeah, I look at the zone defense. I would love to go back where you're guarding your guy in some form or fashion. I know when I played, there was totally different rules about the legal defense, and it was basically imaginary line right straight down the middle. If you crossed that line, you had to go and double team somebody. I look at it right now, there's teams that are so good, they're just kind of playing a zone, and it's forcing us to see teams take more three-point shots.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Jackson kicks to Pachulia. The Pistons working the ball around now. They get a hand on it. Just 5 on the clock. There's Jackson with the 3. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot. A big reason why they're ahead in this game.
Jackson finds Robinson. Drummond in the post. Olynyk is covering. And it's Drummond missing.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position. Does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Inside, here's Jackson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Jackson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Pistons shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. To the middle. And the dunk by Bamba.
You really couldn't ask for a better finisher for that play. Bamba able to go above and beyond there. It makes him a humongous target.
Kennard kicks to Pachulia. The pass to Drummond. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk.
Checking out the stats for Ross. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer. Understands the offense. Moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. Pass to Pachulia. To the middle. Here's Jackson.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And sort of known for that crazy length, Bamba's also extremely bright. Got offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And so he makes both from the line. Detroit's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Kennard, the pass to Pachulia. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that 3rd foul this early.
Robinson against Olynyk. 6 on the shot clock. Drummond. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. But they recover it. Isaac passes to Money. To the inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Kennard. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Orlando's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. And the basket by Olynyk.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
It's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Magic.
And the steal then right into the fast break. Great awareness.
Perfect read. Takes a chance, certainly pays off.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. To the paint. And up the court come the Magic on the break.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Fast break. Here come the Magic. Money passes to Bamba. Now Jackson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Utah Jazz.
They've shown some strength in the...
Oh,
Yes. I like how Ross was looking around on that play to find the best shot available.
Jackson with it. To the inside. And it's Drummond missing.
Ooh, you know that money likes to have that. Point blank range, and he missed it.
Andre Drummond in his mid-20s. He's led the league in rebounding 3 consecutive seasons. And Greg, last season was his best one yet.
Really, I think, established himself as a franchise player for the Pistons. They'll go as far as he can take them. At the same time, though, I think the acquisition of Blake Griffin will only help to mature his game.
Here's money.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Detroit's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And that's a foul called out. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Blake Griffin comes in for Jaja Pachulia. And Ellington is subbed in for Robinson. Griffin can't get it to go in. Orlando's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Passes it to Money. Launches it. Trains it from beyond the arc. Money's got 42 in the game.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
You're not going to stop Drummond once he gets to the rim. The best you can do is try to foul him.
Orlando's gotten all but one of the 3-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
And he's able to get it back. Jackson gets the bucket.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Orlando's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. There's the lob to the hoop, and the dunk by Ellington.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Now, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Jackson kicks to Ellington. It's Drummond, high post. Pass to Jackson. And here is Drummond. He's coming off a 19-point game against Utah.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
Here's Griffin. Back to Jackson. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Andre Robertson, he's stretching in for the Pistons. The pass to Ellington. The Pistons working the ball around now. 5 on the clock.
All right,
Griffin
yeah.
dishes to Drummond. Shoots over Bamba.
Playing 2K.
The Magic shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable.
I love the technique he uses, leveraging his position down low, then just using sheer size to snatch the rebound.
Jackson in the corner. Detroit, no good that time either. Here's money, guarded by Jackson. And the
who was that? Jimmy?
Dropping dimes
Rocco?
all night. He's been completely locked in.
Unselfish basketball, that'll make you very popular amongst your teammates.
Jackson misses. Here's Bamba. And so it's Orlando. With a huge lead at the break, safe to say there's no catching them today. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Alright, go ahead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
Check. What'd you think about the Pistons?
They relied way too heavily on three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And welcome back to the Motor City with a look at the Renaissance Center, which dominates the skyline in downtown Detroit. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And again, we're seeing for money.
Yeah, the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play. That's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first two quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. The big men are Griffin and Drummond. Jackson is out there with Kennard, and it's Robinson in at the small forward. Kennard's shot is off. Orlando's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. Bamba passes to Ross. Here's money, guarded by Jackson. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Ellington. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 18 rebounds. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hat. Yep, that one goes. And that's 12 points for Reggie Jackson.
If you play Reggie to take it all the way, this is what he can do. Quick floater over the top.
Here's Isaac. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. He kicks it to Robinson. Drummond up top. He's got 17. Outside Griffin. Pass to Jackson. There's the three. No good that time. And Orlando the other way now. Inside, here's Isaac. And he dunks it down.
And amazing to watch Isaac when he gets going. Just demonstrates he has all the tools to become a dominant force offensively.
Jackson kicks to Robinson. Drummond up top. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. The shot's good from Griffin.
Strong move by Blake As a defender, you just throw your hands up and say, he was better than me on that play.
They double him with Drummond. Stolen by Jackson. Bobbed up there for Drummond. Olenek with the steal. Ross on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Yeah, that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
They pounded the glass every time down the floor, and it's clear that they want to win that rebounding battle.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And another steal for him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the balls away with just such ease. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Tipped away. Jackson goes from it. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. The unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds.
Now here's Jackson. 12 points for him. Here's Money. Cranes the jumper to finish the break. Money's got 44.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Down low. And Griffin with the score. The assist from Jackson. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Robinson dishes to Jackson. Now Drummond. He's got 17. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing. That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
For the Pistons, Pachulia. He's checked in for Drummond. Andre Robertson comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Ish Smith in for Jackson. The shot's good. Pachulia's got 5.
As you can imagine, this is where Zaza gets most of his points. Right in that painted area.
Here's Money, covered by Smith. And it's good for 2. 46 points for Money.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Griffin. No good that time. The Magic go the other way with it. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
The Pistons have gone even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Smith inside. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And Ellington's checked in for Detroit. Here's Griffin. Detroit with a fresh 24. Smith with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. But Julia, no luck.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
8 away. Orlando gets it back. Isaac. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And how about Isaac? He just attacks the backcourt, especially on the offensive glass, putting that height to good use.
Looking to get it going for three, Ellington. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got his fourth rebound in this one. Well, and Wayne Ellington out of North Carolina, Steve, a reliable long-range shooter.
Kevin, that's his game. Way more than half of his shots come from beyond the arc.
Here's Smith. Second chance shot from the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. Oh, Linux got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Ross, that's good. Ross has got 4 points in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Smith, the best of the two. Knocked away. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Feeds it to Griffin. To stop the run. Overall in it. Griffin's shot is good. Griffin's got 6.
After putting up zeros in the first half, he is making up for it big time now.
And Steve, looking at KD's move, the Isaiah Thomas trade, what level of loyalty is there now between players and teams?
You know, I think it comes down to, I know people get upset when, per se, like the Kevin Durant move, but he was a free agent, so he was allowed to move. I think when it comes a little tricky, when you have guys traded, that's when you start to see the players start to see where they sometimes don't think the organization have loyalty, but sometimes, as you can see, organizations a lot of times is just looking to make their teams better. But it really comes down to a trade when the loyalty starts to be questioned. He just said, hey, put the team on my back, and I'm going to take you the rest of the way.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Smith outside. Griffin looking it over. Shoots over Olynyk. Moves back out. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Smith.
And this is a bit of a nightmare game for him thus far. Just nothing working, and it has to be affecting his confidence. He just doesn't look like the player he normally is out there, and you can see it in his body language after every missed shot. Boy, this is tough.
And Pachulia drops them both. Here's Money. Non-stop scoring machine here. The dish to Olynyk. It's taken away by Smith. And here is Ellington. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Back to Griffin. Nice ball boomered by Detroit. And now Orlando on the break. Again, what an avalanche. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it.
And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Money. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook. And for the Pistons, they're shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. Well, you look at Money, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc. And, of course, Jonathan Isaac, another sniper. He'll hurt you from three-point land.
I mean, the shooting range of these two guys has probably been the most impressive. There's not a spot on the floor they can't hit from.
Here's Griffin. Lays it up off the glass. Griffin's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now, and shooting a much higher percentage.
Money. And another one falls. Amazing.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. The Pistons shoot just 26% out there, a terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. And that's a value for a lot of money. And so he's picked up with